I have a story for you of heroism and how to be a great leader in the middle of a crisis. It was June 23, 2018, in the northern mountains of Thailand. It was a beautiful Sunday afternoon. 12 young soccer players and their coach decided on a quick adventure. They left their bicycles outside the Tham Luang Cave entrance, a local landmark. Inside, the air was cool and still, the perfect retreat from the tropical heat. They were loud, laughing, chasing each other with flashlights, exploring chambers they named after local landmarks. They went deeper, excited by the sheer size of the cave. They used ropes, they shared snacks. They followed their coach, confident and carefree. They were miles from the entrance when the fun stopped. It wasn't a sudden roar. It was a low, aggressive rumble, like distant thunder that grew steadily louder. Then, they noticed the water. Not a torrent yet, but just a persistent, relentless trickle where there should have been a dry rock. The floor was suddenly slick. They turned back. The fun was over. They began running, scrambling over the slick, muddy path, but it was too late. What had been a trickling stream was now a terrifying torrent of brown, churning water filling the passages from floor to ceiling. The monsoon had arrived, early and brutal. They were forced deeper, climbing higher, frantically searching for any patch of dry ground. They were sealed off, running out of options and running out of air. The initial search outside found only the bicycles and the rising water at the cave mouth. The first response was absolutely chaos, driven by sheer fear. It was clear that the standard rescue protocols would fail immediately. The single person placed in charge of this impossible mission was a civilian, the governor of the Chiang Rai province. The governor, an auditor by trade, recognized the immediate leadership crisis. How do you unify a desperate global army of Thai Navy SEALs, US forces, and specialist divers? He established a rule that would define the mission. Ego is irrelevant. Only results matter. He dismissed the initial Navy SEAL commander, prioritizing a unified chain of command, absorbing the criticism to ensure absolute focus. For 10 agonizing days, the world watched. The primary threat was the relentless monsoon predicted to return in force. The only strategy was drilling, pumping, and diving. It took a global collaborative effort, engineers, hydrology experts, and the world's best cave divers to even penetrate the flooded mountain. Every dive was a terrifying gamble into the pitch-black, zero visibility maze. On the 10th day, 2 expert British cave divers, Rick Stanton and John Volanthen, finally broke through. They found them, alive. A chilling scene. A huddle of skeletal figures, their faces pale, staring out of the darkness. The words 13 and brilliant were the only communication needed. But the excitement was quickly replaced by the harsh reality. The path back was an underwater obstacle course, hours long, with severe choke points. The only options were all fatal. The final plan, crafted by the collective intelligence of the medical and diving experts, was terrifying. The boys would be sedated, individually packaged, and carried out by the elite divers. This required extreme medical audacity. The moral and ethical burden of this decision fell entirely on the governor, the non-specialist who had to lead the world's most talented specialist. The human cost was immediate and devastating. A former Thai Navy SEAL, an experienced diver, died while delivering oxygen tanks to the team inside the cave. His sacrifice instantly underscored the deadly stakes. The death forced the team to pause, reevaluate, and reaffirm their absolute commitment to the perilous strategy. The rescue was conducted over 3 days. The governor's leadership was a masterclass in humility. He was not doing the diving. He was coordinating the air supply, the medical personnel, and the international diplomacy. He acted as a shield, absorbing the global pressure to protect the experts so they could focus on the deadly tunnels. The impossible had been achieved. The mission was the ultimate testimony to humility in leadership. The governor, the non-expert, made it his job to manage the logistics, the communication, and the inevitable ego conflicts, creating an environment where the specialists could perform their miracles. His self-effacing approach was the only way the global team could operate successfully under the extreme duress.